Hello and welcome back to I Love You, Colonel Sanders. Today I'm joined by Isabel
Hello.
and Maddie.
Hi.
I am excited to get into this, so let's get right back into it. Okay, so when we left off, we were left with this choice. We were either to stand back and admire his majestic glory, or run to him as he comes walking in on a horse. So, what do
Run
we
to
want?
him.
Run to him?
Mhm.
Isabel? Hello? Isabel? So, Maddie says run to him. Isabel?
I think you should run to him too.
Run to him? Okay. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. However, your sudden movement surprised the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face.
Ooh, that was not a good idea.
The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Justin, I'm here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end. So you know it. Serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond. But a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need is to repeat my name 3 times. And that name is. But before he can continue, you suddenly awake. Aw, jeez. You wake to find Colonel
Aw.
Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his his natural seasoned musk? Musky. Compliment the craftsmanships on the
Yeah.
horse's shoes or lean in for a kiss.
Compliment.
Okay. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. But one thing is
We
for
were
sure,
wrong.
that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. Oh, hey, you like that? Oh, yes. The old shoe pressing into my face. That always gets him. That is nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Von Von, are doing some bad. By the way, they're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. I think a
Oh no.
demon.
Oh no. Hello?
Sorry about that. I think a demon just summoned itself in my throat.
You had
Ah,
me worried there.
whew. You try and get a peek over Von Von's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming.
Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this.
Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey?
So, do we want to tell them to stop acting immature, or act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look? They haven't been known to show brains before, so I think either of these will work. And I think the not interested one would work more, seeing as they're
Yeah.
idiots. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Von Von mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. Ahem, it's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us, who want to learn. Now you've upset them.
Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules?
I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ain't you.
Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity, and it takes panic.
Hanukkah?
Pancake!
What?
No, it does not say pancake.
I know, I just wanted to throw something in there.
And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil.
Oh, something's gonna happen.
You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding. You instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the sport monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Von Von, who hides the book behind his back.
I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret.
Did you just say heirloom?
No, I said heirloom.
I heard heirloom.
Yeah.
Well, that's your ears.
You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing! Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class.
Beep, beep.
Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls over Von Von's meaty foot.
Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts.
You watch it how you talk to him. He didn't do anything.
Bzz, whoomp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Whoop, whoop.
No, your mother was a stand mixer.
Bzz.
Von Von jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Von Von, sending him flying across the room.
Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must... What in the world is this sentence? I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them.
Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't, honestly. What do I care? I've got a lofty career aspirations to focus on.
Maybe I can help you with your business plan.
Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's painting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Panting, not painting. Panting. He is a cute little flufferpup. Missing his pupils as well. There he is.
Aw. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I am here now, and I hope you're ready to learn.
What dog doesn't chase cars all around town? Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. Is a scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy! Down! Auf Topen! That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom.
Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken.
You want to pay attention to the lesson, you truly do.
Which is why, in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name.
For some reason, I doubt that.
I doubt it too.
But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you.
Well, Justin?
Naturally, this appearance to you is must be a simple platter. Which item do you want? Sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A glass of water? A shimmering pepper? A dog biscuit? For some reason, I don't think this is a thing. I say the pepper.
I'm thinking because he's a dog biscuit.
Sure, let's go.
But he might get mad.
Yeah.
Dog biscuit.
Dog biscuit from Isabel? Maddie, your input?
I don't know.
I say we do the dog biscuit. Because of the shape it's bacon, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles. An example of his own culinary talents, perhaps? You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps up and bites onto your cooking apron.
I knew it.
Yep.
What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit?
Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks on in horror. You fall unconscious from the embarrassment. I never even got to taste it. Is this the end?
No.
Is this an ending?
You fade into darkness, but something is there. The Spork monster. Borko, what are you doing here?
It's not your time, my friend. Your act of kindness has not been.
Oh my goodness.
You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in embarrassment anymore. Thank you, my friend, wherever you are. Which item do you want to sample? A shimmering pepper or a glass of water? I think the water.
Yeah, the water.
You grab the glass of water and gulp it down. It's cool and crisp, like the purest snow melted by a mountain spring.
No! No! Hey, that was mine. It was from my favorite toilet. You owe me $6. No!
And you've got excellent taste. I too like to drink from toilets every now and again.
Do you know how disgusting KFC toilets are?
I'm a bit of a toilet aficionado, if you don't mind my saying. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention.
We all make mistakes. I'm sure we'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch.
But before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement.
Today's lunch will be prepared
Via timed competitive cook-off.
The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts.
Oh no.
So do we tell them to stop wasting everyone's time, or step up and tell them, you're on?
You're on.
Yeah.
A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it.
I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Fool!
Good one, Von Von. I like your grumption, Justin.
That was
I'll
the
be
right
watching
thing to
your
do.
performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness.
Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. He's gonna take us there.
Finally, a little sense, you breathe a sigh of relief.
At least not until we turn on the timer. I knew it.
Just then, huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready."
That's what I'm talking about. Oh!
I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidity, a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory.
Hold on once. Right. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself.
You had this chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on one day. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on one day. And you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does the water boil at? That's right, but how would you have even gotten to school without knowing that? Also, I'm gonna rapid fire these because we're on a time limit.
Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you.
You're going to need to season the chicken before you can cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. 11. That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction.
Tail wagging intensifies.
Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most favor? Vigilance. Uh-oh, that's wrong.
No! I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes.
Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never forget where you came from. Every day, you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. It would be a great time to harness that energy, so where does it come from? Small town where big dreams are born. That's right. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. You try and shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Don't make me get the spray bottle.
You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Justin. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders.
Oh no!
How many spoonfuls of gravy would it make to, You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Oh, which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right?
You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind.
Sorry, I forgot the question.
What?
Oof, oof. Oh
just-
no.
You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun planting elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into the stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps.
Yikes!
That's not you.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought that was Ashley.
Nice.
Bzzz.
I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in the kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch.
Okay, give me a second. I'll be back.
You might not have any hands, but Justin does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed.
There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hands into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed.
Justin, no!
But you're not fast enough and your hands get stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find as the easy way can turn out to be much, much more difficult.
Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over.
It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish.
Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Justin's injury.
You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish.
But I suppose you should have at least tell us what you've prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Justin to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand.
Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within.
Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese crochet atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream two ways tender knot, and pearls of blueberry glee.
Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley?
No, you.
As he places a sauce-covered finger onto his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel, or put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. I said we internalize it. So
No.
Yeah.
Well, okay, 2-1.
your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever.
That was a bad idea.
Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run to the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated.
Talking much?
Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight, and I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival. He survived. For a while, anyhow. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I've resolved that when I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay!
Oh my
Just
goodness.
as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spark Monster! Borgo?
It is I. No, I said I wouldn't be back, but after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to you and I apologize. I know it's like always having to look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right?
Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad to see there's no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of the night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode.
I know that you're strong, and cooking under a lot of. I actually used to go to this noises. I know that you're really strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I used to go to this school. I wasn't always a sport monster, you see.
I don't believe it. You were human once?
Well, no. I was a golden retriever, but I was still a street. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast some dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
A magic spellbook?
Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on a dark and evil magic. No, you should try to be protecting the innocent from those who could cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't. I will.
It sounds like there's some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Justin, together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss.
Ooh.
A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. I also like that this baby picture,
Yeah.
he has a beard still and glasses.
And the glasses. And is he holding a chicken wing?
Yes.
Yep, that's a drumstick. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something, just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what the dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you? I say we reveal it to him
reveal
because
it.
he's
Yeah,
revealed so
yeah.
much to us. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw.
I was
Oh,
right.
no.
The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire the taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Oh,
Ooh, the ashes pot thing. No.
a scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of '69? Nice. No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's blank.
Rat poisoning.
We already covered that. It's not rat poison, okay? Top of
There's
the night.
another card on the table.
A lock of silver hair is
Oh,
woven through
no.
the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Something ain't right here.
What's the thing on the table?
Oh my goodness.
No, not
The urn?
That. Yeah, the urn.
You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor
Whoa.
guy. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh no.
yes.
Oh no.
Let's go with the chicken first. You notice very realistic stuffed chickens sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Must have been imported to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped onto the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Let's look at the lake. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range before you. Just then, the ghost of Student pops up. "Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death?" Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack, and the ghost of Student is swept out with a breeze.
Oh.
One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. Huh. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is.
The door.
We'll get there. A photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of the secret herbs and spices. An adorable tiny little baby crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure it must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a little rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded. Am I right? This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note.
Sashimi?
You open the
Oh.
door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging
Oh
within.
no.
You take one off the hanger and try it on. The jacket's a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in a scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before
So
you can
creepy.
look any
Oh,
further,
no.
you hear Colonel Sanders returning as he has a new dish he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try and act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan these out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket? You forgot to take it off.
Tell him you're cold.
I say we fess up and tell the truth. Cause at least then you're being honest and everything, and most people prefer you being honest. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might have
That was the
developed
right thing
feelings
to
for you
do.
too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Justin? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow.
Ooh.
You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence.
Aw.
You awake into a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Blank. In some jurisdiction, blank isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know?
Cocaine.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, that was immediately what I thought of. Maybe that's why it's so good. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up.
Yeah.
It's meticulous.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my god.
You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is.
Oh, gosh.
Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery?
Flatter.
Well, before we make that decision, I would just want to say that this is gonna be all we have time for today.
Aww.
I would like to thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. And KFC, if you're watching this, please sponsor me. I would love it. But anyways, until then, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.